All right, Choujin X Chapter 52 Part 4. Yes, I did skip the last chapter because honestly, the only thing I really could take away from that was the fact that the mission progress was in the single digits, something like 2 or 8% out of the 100. So I'm excited about that. It probably means that we will get a lot of chapters within this current arc. And not only that, I'm pretty sure Tokyo thought that Momoma was going to give him a hand job, but that's only if you read the fan translation, not the censored version, which we got on the Viz app. But as for Chapter 52 Part 4, we got that gas, we got some deaths, and we also may have got some subtle hints that Azuma is OP, as well as some, I'm not going to say red flags or death flags for probably Momoma. Hopefully not. But to start off, I want to talk about the whole tower rearrangement because it is beginning to reveal itself as a genuine strategy rather than a defense from Yamato's attack. And I say this because when we look at the dialogue from Icy and Tokyo, it pretty much tells us that this is a matchup Icy was anticipating as Tokyo began to realize he and Momoma fell into a trap. Now this makes me wonder, did the tower have inside information about Yamato's plan in which Choujin would be paired together, or is it just that the tower made plans to trap certain Choujin no matter what the scenario was? Now, I mentioned red flags earlier, and this stems from some Azuma dialogue where he states that Tokyo and Momoma have abilities that require them to use a bunch of power. And to me, this all but sets up a major battle for that duo against Icy, plus the fact that Icy pretty much is on his revenge tour as he claimed that this time he is willing to go all out and die in battle. Now, as for Azuma, I think he and his group fell into a trap as well and were led directly to Vlad. I say this because the captain of his squad, BB, was immediately packed up once they got some rest, heart ripped straight out of her body, so I highly doubt that she'll be able to raise. And let us not forget that Batista has his own plans for Azuma. He wants to inject him with this new version of Zember, so it is likely that Vlad has been tasked to personally retrieve Azuma. And at this point, the goal for the tower is to save Zora's prophecy, as Zora's death will not necessarily be considered a failure as long as her power has been transferred to a beast. And let us touch on Azuma's flex for a minute, because even as he stands currently, he pretty much told us readers that he has so much more left in the tank because he spawned a giant bunker and called it mid-tier, which is crazy. So imagine what he may become once given the serum for a second time. Now, as for BB's death, I do believe Azuma will hold himself responsible for that, which for better or worse will make for good character development. We already know he doesn't want to fall behind, but with this latest event and the combination of his insecurity and trauma, this could be enough for him to take a new injection, even if he isn't made to do so by force. Because at the end of the day, although he is powerful, we don't know if Azuma feels powerful enough. Now, as for some general takeaways for this chapter, I really like how the tower and its characters have had some character redesigns, or rather just some new skins, if you will, because it just shows you that this battle is different. This isn't just some regular fight. They're not showing up in their casual attire. These niggas are dressed up in that tower war-ready uniform. But once again, man, thank y'all. And if y'all were waiting for me to drop last week, I'm sorry. Look, man, I ain't gonna lie. It was a mixture of laziness, and it was a mixture of I didn't really have too much to talk about from that last chapter. But we are here, chapter 52.4. Thank y'all. Peace, and see you again next time.